Hey, so this is kind of odd making a video at this point. It will probably be my last upload ever. So I'm 24 now. A lot of the videos of me before was when I was 17, 18. I'm happy to say I have recovered from my eating disorder for the most part, and I'm graduating from a prestigious college. Today it's my last day of class, and then I'm going on to a Master's of Fine Arts in poetry at one of the top schools. I got an Academy of American Poets Prize in the Poetry Society of Virginia, first place. Um, yeah, so I mean, I believe I stopped those videos when I was 18, and after that, I did struggle quite a bit. Self harm, suicidality. I had a schizophreniform disorder. I got into two very, very unhealthy relationships, but I'm happy to say that I'm engaged now. And yeah, I really had not thought that my life would go this way. When I was sick, I just really didn't think about the future, and I really didn't have anything I was interested in that structured my life outside of just my eating disorder and being thin and everything. And though I'm still unhappy with the way I look now, well, at least with my weight, I mean, I don't really do anything to like manipulate it or anything. I'll do a bit, but no, I haven't binge and purged in 4 years. So I'm just in a pensive mood today, and I imagine this going a bit differently. I don't quite know what to say. It's so strange. Um, but I feel like it's kind of closing a chapter of my life that was very, very dark. Um, and I'm so glad that I'm not there anymore. I never realized how miserable I was until like I got better, and it's been a long process. I've been in psychoanalysis for almost 5 years now, and in therapy for over 12 years. I did go inpatient a couple times after that, and partial hospitalization um, for my eating disorder. And then later, when I moved to Virginia, I live in Virginia now, and I'm moving to Texas, but for other mental health disorders, suicidality, and such. So I can't exactly say that I'm a happy person, but I feel like I'll reach that one day. Um, I am so much better than I was before. Like I wouldn't have been able to maintain this current relationship, this engagement. I wouldn't have been able, and it was a really difficult time, like just starting college because I was so isolated before. But now I'm at the end of it, and yeah, I mean, so I struggled a lot. I got osteoporosis from my eating disorder. Um, the other health problems I had healed once I gained weight um, and got nourished. But yeah, it's something I feel like in my writing, which is my profession, I typically come back to that sort of theme of my eating disorder and mental illness. It's like a footnote to my life now, but it once defined me. But now it's just something that I haven't made one of these videos in like I don't know, like the last time I did that was like 17 or 18. I don't know. Um, but it is possible to recover. It's really hard. I felt like the big thing that forced me to recover was my binging and purging was so out of control. Like I would spend like $200 in a day on food, or like binge and purge like 6 times a day. That got really out of control, and that was what forced me to want to be like, all right, like I'm going to eat normally as long as that stops the binging and purging. And I started really slowly with like 1,000 calories. And but yeah, I mean, I just like got better. So I didn't inpatient didn't help me. I A lot of people are very surprised that I recovered without going inpatient again. Well, I did go inpatient quite a few times, but no, I've kind of just pushed through. Um, and at the end of the day, I know persistence matters the most in everything. But it's really easy to want to look at those videos and glamorize it, but the reality is that it's not as it seems. And usually, whenever you're glamorizing something like an eating disorder, there's some other trait you like in that person. So I would focus on the other trait. I don't like. I occasionally still get messages. My channel doesn't have as many views. I decided to re-upload the videos just because I was doing a video essay project from school, and so I uploaded those again. Those were all 7 to 8 years old. I was still living at home with my parents then, and I was very, very, very mentally ill. Um, I had borderline personality disorder from which I've now recovered, so I struggled with cutting. Um, you know, a suicide attempt. I got Baker acted. I was forced into a mental hospital when I was 18 for cutting, and that's like marred my life. Like, and it's like today, like I can get distressed, but it doesn't like completely derail me like it once did. And I still think about how I look quite a bit. But I would never want to go back to where I was. Like I was so miserable. Like it's just so not worth it. And that's something that you kind of have to figure out on your own. Um, because you have to have a reason to recover. Um, and my reason to recover was that I didn't want to be a slave to binging and purging. So I mean I maintained a pretty low weight for quite a while, and it's only been now that I'm at my ideal body weight over these past like 5 months. But before that, no, it's been a year now. Anyway, yeah, a year ago. So yeah, I mean, I really appreciate everyone viewing this, and I am glad to talk with anyone. Um, I may put my Snapchat down below, maybe my personal website. Um, but yeah, so it's kind of strange now. I think back to where I was when I first started college, and I was just in a very unhealthy relationship. I was in Florida then. I had these really chaotic moods. And I still get the chaotic moods at times, but it's so much less than it once was. And for that, I'm so happy and I'm grateful for my psychoanalyst and, my parents for paying for it. And I'm grateful that I have writing and a fiance. They both structure my life. And, I feel that I'm more of a person now. I mean, I still feel like I struggle with mental illness still, not in an incapacitating way, but I mean, I'm on 6 psychiatric medications, and that keeps me stable. So I struggle with psychosis a lot outside of that, and depression a lot, and as I said before, borderline personality. So compulsive sex, like binging and purging, cutting, um, explosions of anger, all of that. But I'm basically recovered from that. I mean, I still have an abandonment fear every once in a while, but no. So yeah, and this day has really made me pensive, and I've planned on doing this video for a while, and I feel like now's the right time. Um, but I mean, if anyone wants to talk with me or anything like that, I am more than glad, to talk. I'll put my Snapchat in there. Um, just because like I was so alone for such a period of time. Um, and I never really saw anyone recover in an ideal way. Um, as far as I know, I don't know of any of the other people with whom I was in treatment that have recovered fully. Um, I also saw the same therapist as Karen Carpenter, Stephen Levincrod, and he was pretty abusive to me. Then I don't know. I just have these self-perpetuating things, but now I'm not masochistic. So yeah, um, feel free to leave a comment, and if there's any questions you have, I'll answer. Thank you.